Hi, welcome back to Susan Lynn, Psychic Medium, and my YouTube channel. I really appreciate you joining me today. We are going to talk about a really fascinating topic, and that topic is telepathy. Now, I know you're thinking this is probably something that, either doesn't exist or maybe only the CIA has, investigated it, which is true, but actually it happens to us every day, and I'm going to show you how right now. So you have senders and you have receivers. People are typically more of a sender personality or more of a receiver personality. Okay, so let's talk about senders. Senders are people who are pretty high energy and they always know what they want. And they're usually really successful because sending is basically manifesting. So a good sender is someone who knows what they want and sends it out to the universe and knows that the universe is going to give it back to them. But how does that manifest in just everyday activities? Well, have you ever gone to work and had a coworker wearing the exact same color blouse or outfit? Of course, many of us have, right? And don't we get made fun of, right? But here's what I want you to do next time that happens. And it's usually always the same person, is it not? It's always somebody that you work really closely together with and somebody that you're in pretty good, that you like and that you're pretty energetically, you're pretty copacetic with each other, right? So next time that happens, ask them, what time did you get ready this morning? And if they say, well, I think I got dressed around 6:30, but you got dressed at 5:30, then you know that you're the sender and they're the receiver. So if you do that a few times over the course of, say, a month or 2 months when this happens, you'll either find out that A, you're always the receiver and you're always the sender and they're always the receiver, or you'll find out that sometimes you change roles. Typically, it's more of you're the sender and they're the receiver, because senders and receivers are typically very different. Now, I'm not saying you can't be both, because we're going to tell you how to be both right now, because it's important to be both. It's important for us to have both of those muscles really, really worked out and working for us. Okay. So senders also do this thing where you have this idea for a big purchase. It could be that you want a golf cart. It could be that you want to put in a swimming pool. It could be that you're going to take a trip to Tahiti, but you haven't told anybody because you're still planning it, right? You haven't told anybody about it. And then your best friend or a good friend or a relative decides to go out and buy a golf cart, literally the day before you were going to go buy one. And you're like, what gives? What the heck? You didn't tell them. They didn't know about it. So how did you get scooped? Because you're a sender. You sent that energetic message out there to the universe. Hey, I'm looking for a golf cart. I think that'd be really cool. Or I'm going to build a pool. I really, really want a pool. It's going to be awesome. And you're thinking about it and you're just manifesting it. But your relative or your friend is a receiver and they got your message and they got your excitement about the message. Hasn't it ever happened that you're thinking, this person doesn't even like swimming. Why would they get a pool? Well, because you sold it to them. Your happy energy, your amazing sending abilities sold the idea to them and they went and did it and they scooped you. So learning to control this if you're a sender is good, because you don't always want everybody to know what you're going to do, right? So if you're a receiver, you're it's kind of the flip side of the coin. You actually receive things. Empaths, E-M-P-A-T-H-S, empath, they receive things all the time. I'm an empath. I receive all the time. I'm just like a sponge. It just comes in. But the problem is that we don't need all that stuff inside of us. That's the problem. This is not good. It's not good to walk into a room and go, ugh, this energy is bad. Because you know how that energy is bad is because it came into your body, into your auric field or into your aura, and it came right up in your personal space and you said, yuck, get that off of me. We don't want that. Empaths We do not need that. We do not need to go around with our feelers out all the time. We need to create some protection. And that protection will also protect senders from broadcasting what it is they're going to do all the time too, without even having to say it. So this is going to be a good video to help you understand that, but also help you understand that you really are using energy and being telepathic. Isn't that amazing? You just thought you were showing up at work with the same color blouse, or the same tie, but guess what? You're telepathic. You're actually sending information and people are receiving it and acting in accordance with what you sent, right? So if you're an empath, how can you be a sender? It's not a natural, it doesn't feel natural to be a sender because we're receivers. I mean, if you're really truly a good receiver, being a sender can feel a little awkward. It can feel a little different. So the major difference between the two is the empath has more of a laid back energy and very calm and watchful, introverted many times. So that's why all this energy just piles onto us. Whereas the senders lean forward, they're forward thinking, they're forward going, they're pushing out. They don't mind if they make a big wave when they walk into a room. They don't even notice it, to be honest with you. They just go forth and don't think about it, right? We sit back and think about it. So as a empath, because we all want to be senders, because senders are manifestors. Senders are manifestors. That's why a lot of senders are CEOs. They're people that are very successful because guess what? They send it out in the universe and the universe says, oh, you want that? Here you go. Okay. But we're sitting back receiving. We're not sending anything out to the universe. So how do you do that? How do empaths become more like senders? And how do senders protect themselves a little better so they're not sending all the time? First of all, an empath can be more of a sender or more of a manifester, which is really what we want, right? By changing the way our energy interacts with the communication with the universe. What that means is that we, instead of being low key and calm and chill and meditating and just introverted, if you want to send, if you want to manifest, you've got to pump your energy up. Okay, so if you like pumping up the air in a tire on your bicycle, that's what you need to do. You need to pump up the energy so that, boom, you launch your intention. So how do you do that? Well, if you like to exercise, that's one way. After exercising, you can go to your car, or you can, if you're outside, you can still be kind of like pumped up. And then you can say, okay, I'm going to put my antenna up. I'm going to picture what I want. And then I'm going to feel receiving it. I'm going to get all in love with that. I'm going to feel, how does it feel to have a swimming pool? It feels great. I'm in the water and it's hot outside and I'm enjoying myself. I'm relaxing. The kids are playing. Okay, you got all that? You got to feel the emotion of it. Okay? You have high energy because you've just been working out and you feel the emotion of it, and then you let it go and you stop thinking about it. This is the critical thing that people don't do. They pull the arrow back and then they hold it because they're still thinking about it. They're still dreaming about it. They're still conjuring. Stop conjuring. Let it go. Let the arrow go. It's gone. Now, my guides also say it's like writing a text and never sending it. If you don't hit the send button, nothing happens. Nobody got your response. Nobody got your text. Let it go. So I hear some empaths saying, I don't like to exercise. I get it. I also say drink 3 cups of coffee or 2 espressos. No, whatever it is that gets your energy up, right? It could be dancing and singing. We're introverts. I get it. We're not likely to do that, but we can, and we do when no one else is around. So go in your car, put on your jam, dance, get into it, get happy. Okay, even if you have to kind of push yourself a little bit, that's okay. That's okay. We just need to be in a higher emotional state for this to launch. If you think about a rocket and you think about all that fire that has to happen before the rocket can leave the launch pad, it's not going to leave the launch pad with some like no fire. It's nothing. There's nothing to make it go anywhere. So as an empath, find something, whether it is exercise or it is playing music or it is dancing, or maybe it's cooking a really good meal that you're so excited about eating. Whatever makes you excited, that's the key. That's your fire under the rocket. Okay? Get your fire under the rocket. Pick out your destination. Pick out your manifestation, what it is you want. Feel how the manifestation feels. How does it feel to be on vacation in Tahiti? How does it feel to be swimming in my swimming pool, right? Then let it go and stop thinking about it. Stop thinking about it, because you have just sent that text, you've sent the email, and now it's on somebody else's to-do list. It's not on yours anymore, okay? So that's how empaths, sorry, that's my dog, that's how empaths can manifest, okay? So now let's talk about senders again. You senders want, hey, especially if you're a CEO or you've got your own business, you don't want to be broadcasting everything you're going to be doing so that a receiver can pick it up, okay? There are some receivers that will pick it up and have enough manifestation information or knowledge or ability or whatever to actually act on it. So you could actually be giving away something that you're going to do with your business to a competitor. We don't want to do that. Not everybody needs to know our business, okay? So if you're a sender, and I hope you understand what it means to be a sender. It's just you're more confident. And I'm not saying that you're egotistical. I'm just saying that you go about your day and you typically don't worry a whole extra lot. You just kind of get things done. You worry analytically. You know what I mean? Like you're a problem solver analytically. Another thing about a sender is typically you wouldn't walk into a room and say, ew, this is yucky energy, because it doesn't affect you. You're not tuned into it. You're tuned into you and what you're trying to get done. You're just not tuned into everybody. Okay. So that's a sender. So if you're a sender and you want to protect your thoughts, so that not everybody goes out and gets the swimming pool before you do, or dresses like you do, then what you can do is the same protection. You can do the same thing. Bring the white light down, breathe it into your body, breathe it out, puff it out, create your barrier, and then go forward. And especially if you're meeting, let's say if you're going to a trade show or you're meeting with people, even people within your corporation that might steal your thunder or might want to know what you're thinking, right? And you don't want them to know yet because you haven't hatched your plan yet. You want that protection. You want that protection because you don't want to accidentally, telepathically send out that information. So I hope this makes sense to you, because I'm getting the feedback from the guides as I'm talking to you, and I have no idea what I've said, to be honest with you. So hopefully this makes sense. I want you to please comment. Let me know if any of these things have ever happened to you. Have you ever decided to do something and then had somebody else, like a neighbor, put in a pool before you or buy the thing before you, or maybe it's a family member? That's very interesting for you to figure out. If I'm sending and they're receiving, maybe I need to create a bubble between us, just, it's very interesting, isn't it? And this is stuff that you can use in your day-to-day life. This is really information that you can use on your day-to-day life, in your workplace, at home, to make your life better. Listen, I really appreciate you joining me today, and please subscribe. I have tons of great videos coming. I have another video coming on signs. I recently found this amazing white pelican feather. That's a sign. So you're going to want to see that video, because your guardian angels, your spirit guides are sending you signs all the time. And you want to be able to pick it up, and you want to be able to know what they're telling you, right? So you guys take care, and I will talk to you soon.